I'm sure we've all heard of the term practice makes perfect, but does it actually really make perfect? I mean, you can practice something wrong 1,000 times, and then what is your end result? I've been playing, nope. I've been playing piano for nearly 7 years, which is like half my lifetime, and that's a lot of practice, but it doesn't necessarily make perfect. See, 7 years is a lot of performances, from like recitals to church to piano exams, and I've managed to mess up at nearly every single one. I can't deliver a flawless performance for the life of me. So that got me to wonder, what is it? What is my problem? Am I really just a terrible piano player? Like, what is it about me? So I got to the root of the problem, and it turned out to be performance anxiety, which is more commonly known as stage fright. Performance anxiety is defined as the persistent phobia, fear, or anxiety aroused in an individual due to the requirement to perform. Performance anxiety also triggers a fight or flight mechanism in your body, which is your body's reaction to a threatening situation. So you either fight or flight. It's really self-explanatory, honestly. So the body basically views performing as a threatening situation equivalent to being attacked. So that's great. So I went to the one source I trusted the most, my piano teacher, and she emphasized on, I asked her for some tips on how to, prevent my performance anxiety or make it better. And she suggested that looking at, to avoid your audience before performance. So basically, at a recital, you can either bow before or after you play your song. And she always encouraged bowing after. But in cases such as this, where I can't avoid my audience before my performance, I asked her another tip, and she really emphasized on putting all your concentration and focus into your piece, which obviously, like, duh, of course, but like, I get so distracted. Like, all I can think of is like anything but the actual piece. Like at my last piano recital, I'm not even joking, I was thinking of a meme while I was playing. Stand up for failure. So these are great tips, but I wanted to learn more. So I went onto the internet and came across a blog called thebulletproofmusician.com. The Bulletproof Musician is a blog founded by Noah Kageyama, who is a Juilliard alumnus and performance psychologist. So Noah Kageyama discussed this method called centering, which is commonly practiced by performers such as like athletes or musicians or any other sort. So basically, your brain is divided into two sections, the left brain and the right brain, to be very simplified. The left brain focuses on a lot on analyses, small details, facts, etc. And the right brain is a lot more free-minded. It doesn't focus on everything as the left brain does. So basically, centering is, as it says, finding a center between your left and right brain, in which you can find the center and efficiently perform, stress-free, nerve-free, all of that good jazz. And he made a point as to how as musicians, we tend to use our left brain a lot more while we play rather than our right brain, because when performing in front of an audience, you are so focused on every single little detail of your piece, your audience criticisms, etc. While practicing, obviously you're going to make mistakes, and obviously you're going to make tweaks and fixes to them, but you're doing those so unconsciously that you don't think about every single little thing. So the right brain is a lot more effective during practice, whereas the left brain comes into play during a performance. So centering, basically, there are several steps to it, but the goal is to decrease your left brain activity and neutralize it with your right brain so that your performance can go well and nerve-free, stress-free, all that great stuff. So I was looking for some physical ways that I could use to ease my performance anxiety rather than mental. So I read online that chamomile tea, white turkey, and bananas are what people eat before performances, apparently. So for bananas, they are high in potassium, and apparently that triggers a relaxation wave through your body, something like that. But chamomile tea with its relaxing properties, and white turkey, which contains an amino acid that triggers sleepiness, are known to keep, like the people who practice these, they say that it calms you down and relaxes your nerves. But I ate a combination of turkey, bananas, and chamomile tea in the last period, and all I can say is that you're gonna have to pee during your performance. And bananas and turkey aren't a cute combination. So it's all just one big placebo effect. And for those of you who don't know what a placebo effect is, it's basically a fake treatment, and your mind is so influenced by what it is. So basically, you believe it will affect you, and it will, but if you don't, it won't. That's just about it. So I combined all of these methods today to perform a piece for you all. And one method I came up with myself to ease my performance anxiety is to address to all of you that I will mess up and I will make a mistake. And it probably won't go as great as I want it to, but that's just what it is. And hopefully it'll ease my performance anxiety. And hopefully you all won't be uncomfortable in pitying me when I make mistakes. And you're probably thinking, wow, 7 years of piano, yikes, or geez, she can't keep a tempo for the life of her. And these are the things that always run through my head after a performance, and it's really annoying, but you know, performance anxiety is a thing that we all have to deal with. We're humans, we get nervous, it's okay, but you know, everyone makes mistakes, but everyone's rooting for you too. So don't let performance anxiety be a hindrance to what you do, or do what you want to do for you. Yeah.